Welcome to another episode of The Read Pile. Today I'm talking about Mystery Society, and yes, just last weekend I filmed North 40, which is also Fiona Staples. Now, I link these two together because I discovered them at roughly the same time. Saga was already underway. I think it hadn't gone on hiatus yet, but I think everyone realized what a massive talent Fiona Staples was, and as soon as I did, I sought out some of her earlier work, and that includes both of these. These are about 2 years before Saga. So I've already done a video on North 40. You can check that out if you are unfamiliar. And now I'm doing Mystery Society, which she did with Steve Niles. Steve Niles, most famously, I think, of 30 Days a Night. He is generally a horror creator. And this, I think, is the most un-Steve Niles-like book of his that I've read. So I am also a fan of Steve Niles. I think I read this even before 30 Days of Night. I've been a fan of Cal McDonald for a long time. I think the novels are honestly better than the Criminal Macabre comics, but that's a whole other topic. I really like Steve Niles. I wish he would do more novels. That's all I have to say on that for now. So, Steve Niles, Fiona Staples, it is a powerhouse team. This is sort of an intro to a, I don't want to say quite Fantastic Four style family, but it is an adventure family. Maybe Adventure Brothers-ish? Somewhere in between those two. So we have Nick and we have Anastasia. They are married, they are rich. I don't remember where they say their money comes from, whether it was the lottery or something else, but they are very rich. They can afford all kinds of things, and including this plane that... This is where I started thinking about Fantastic Four, is when I saw this plane. Because, so Nick isn't present at the time. There is an empty seat there, but the other pods are filled. So it is a society that Nick and his wife Anastasia are putting together to investigate and debunk, when possible, sort of modern legends, mysteries. So the first thing that they do, as I mentioned, is break into... I might have mentioned... First thing that they do is to break into Area 51. And they do so in order to rescue two girls that you might have already seen while I was flipping through. They are awesome. Big fan of those two. So Nick, while he's breaking in, Anastasia is at home, and at home she receives a couple of guests, including Secret Skull, which is a pretty amazing name. Also design, and then there's a robot in a blimp that comes crashing in, literally crashing in. Blimp, robot, and that's just the first issue. Like, I think I mentioned already, but the pace on this is just unrelenting. It's almost a Mark Millar book, one of the better, I would say, Mark Millar books. But it just does not feel like other Steve Niles books that I've read, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. If I haven't said this already, it's an incredible read. I wish this series had gone on longer, but if it had, then we probably wouldn't have Saga with Fiona Staples. But this is really good. I was a fan of this the first time I read it. I don't think I've heard anyone ever talk about this, so I don't know how much anyone else is aware, similar to North 40, but this is an incredible read. I wish that this had continued. I think I already said that. I wish the creators would come back to this someday, and I think that's highly unlikely. It's been more than 10 years already. There's another fantastic page. So they get sent on a mission while Nick and his wife are dealing with something else. Supposedly Netflix is adapting this. I don't know if that's still true. I mean, so much has changed just related to Netflix in the last year, but I highly recommend this. It is thoroughly enjoyable. It's a really fun, fast-paced adventure family story, and if that sounds like it's up your alley, find this. I think there was a reprinting from possibly another publisher. I got this originally from IDW, but I was looking yesterday, and I think another publisher put this out, a new printing in 2017. So, however you find it, I think it should be available, but definitely check this one out.